Takes me a minute to kind of get this going. Just a second. Okay, so we're here doing a hoof evaluation. Let's see here. Let me close that. What is your first name?
Under, but you can call me Andy.
Okay, Onder. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm originally from Turkey, but I've been in States for 25 years, so citizen
Okay,
here.
okay, because it was just a little different name. So, well, I'll
Yeah.
call you Under or Andy or whatever you want me to
Which
call you there.
Andy is fine.
Andy, well, Andy, I really admire your commitment to help this horse. You know, um, well, let's take a look at his feet. We'll go through them. And so we got together what? It been about 3 or 4 weeks? You just been letting his feet grow, right?
6 weeks. So November 1st was the
Okay.
last trim on him, and then November 1st to December 14th, no trim.
Okay.
Uh, I might have touched up his frog to prevent thrush at the collateral groove, but other than that, I didn't touch.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I'll share it so we'll be sharing the screen. Let's see. Where am I at? Share. Okay, can you see that?
Yep, I do.
Okay. Now, are you on a computer or are you on your phone?
Computer.
Oh, okay, good. That'll make it better because you'll be able to see better.
Yeah, this is front right.
Okay. Um, all right. So we're just gonna kind of go through them now. One thing I noticed is he like what is going on with him because they keep trimming the heels out. The capsule just gradually slips forward on the foot is
Mm-hmm.
what happens. So kind of what we got to do is grow it back and put it back on the foot, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Got it. So basically, like a shoe sliding off of your feet, the capsule is sliding off to forward position. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like in this picture, you can kind of really see it, and stuff. You see the bulbs up here, but the heels are like sliding forward here.
Yeah, they're
And the,
underrun quite a bit.
yeah, and the frog here that's right here, this is supposed to be up behind the foot up here. See? So another thing that happens when they're constantly lowering heels is it pulls the cartilages pulls the cartilages down. It also twists, it also wraps the heels in towards the frog, and it takes the frog that's supposed to be up. Well, these bulbs are supposed to be clear up here, and the frog that's right here is supposed to be, let me annotate it here just a minute here. This frog that's right here is supposed to be clear up here. See, everything as the capsule is getting pulled forward, well, it's taken those parts that it's growing from and it's pulling them with it. See, and then they're permanent. Well, they're not permanently there, but they're forced into a position they're not supposed to be in. Well, then they grow the capsule from that position, and then that just binds the foot right there. And so what we're going to try and do here is we're going to change boundaries on the way the capsule has grown to start releasing that foot. So see, because okay, so like I always explain it like this. Your nose is made out of the same material that the inner foot is made out of, which is bone, cartilage, and fat covered with skin. But your nose will naturally stay in its true shape and position right in the middle of your face. Well, the only way this foot, the back of this foot, which the back half of this foot is soft cartilage and fat. Okay, and it can be moved in different directions. And the only way that it retains its shape and form and maintains its proper function is if the heels, these heels right here, are in the correct position, which would be up here. See? See the frogs here, the heels here, and the heels are supposed to be up here, and the frogs up here, and then these bulbs that you see that are here are supposed to be up here, like like that. So all of this has been pulled down under. And so it's like um if you take and you shove your nose over to the side of your face with your finger, okay, your nose is constantly pushing back. And so um, everything in this foot is pushing and pulling and wanting to go back into position. And so if we trim certain things down, what it does is it weakens them. See, what we're trying to do is we're trying to allow the horse to retain a certain amount of stability while at the same time making it so parts of it kind of become unstable and weaker so that the inner foot that this thing is growing from can kind of move back into place a little bit. And then it'll grow that capsule from a different position. See, and so just like they trim the heels out, and each time they trimmed them out, all this stuff up here was just pulled down a little bit at a time and a little bit at a time, pulled under the foot. And so, and then everything grew and held it there. Well, what we do is we're going to thin down this frog and these bars, and we're going to work on the toe here so that the foot will want to pull it all back up here. So that's the
Got it.
basic plan.
Got it. Got it. So basically, I mean, this trim, I try to follow, your trimming videos where there were certain measurements, right? From the
Mm-hmm.
hairline to the heel, we need about a 2 inch, 1 inch from the collateral groove to the heel, 1 inch from the hairline to the collateral groove, starting point, basically. So
Yeah.
this is respecting that 2 inch, but I use the measuring tape as opposed to ruler, so it's actually curving with
Okay.
the measuring tape is curving with it, so it's
Okay.
exactly at 2 inch both sides. Um, the foot has so, and then one problem I see, it's very hard for me to figure out the two apex of the frog.
Yeah, I'll
And
help you with that.
if I were to take a good guess on it and then try to find a 1.5 inch beyond that, there is really no 1.5 inch. I don't have it.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, I did not really use 1.5 inch. I just pull as much as possible to the periphery of the sole I see.
Okay.
So that's how much I pulled back. Not, I mean, I did not go aggressive on the toe side.
Okay, that's
And
good.
one problem this feet had was at November 1st of November, actually, there was a crack on you can see that on the lateral side, the
Mm-hmm.
view we're looking at, actually, that
Right
that
here.
crack is showing, yeah. And then that
Okay.
crack kind of, if you go back to the solar view, that crack kind of opened the sole, like the other way, yeah.
Right
So
here.
yeah, basically that the I wasn't seeing bars before,
Mm-hmm.
but with the crack, the sole kind of exfoliated, and it opened that area for me.
Oh, so you can see a
Uh,
little bar there.
yeah, I trimmed out the bar actually. I sent you. I don't know if I sent you the pre-trim, but there was a very obvious bar there. I just removed it because it
Great.
wasn't in place. And then on the other side, though, it didn't exfoliate as much in the same area
Mm-hmm.
because this foot, even though the heels are even, I don't have that picture for you. Sorry.
Okay.
The medial side doesn't have the cracking. It doesn't have the same pressure as the lateral side, even though the heel height, even from the ground, seems to be same. For whatever reason, I think the foot is flaring to the right in this picture from a dorsal point of view to the right side of the
Mm-hmm.
picture
Yeah.
or the lateral side.
Yeah,
And if you
and
look at
that's
the
common
okay.
too. for them to be what they call asymmetrical, wider on the outside than the inside.
Yeah.
And that's because usually that keel, oh, just a minute here. I have to decline a call. Hold on. Hey, Jackie, just a minute. I'll tell her. Oh, I've got to go. Oh, maybe it's not even going to load. Hmm. Oh, well, I don't think she's going to load. Okay, so are you still there?
Yeah, yes, I
Oh,
am.
okay. Okay. So when they crack like that, like, have you seen where we talk about doing notches? See, that's wanting to crack out like that because that's a natural thing it's trying to do to self-trim to help straighten its heel back up.
You're seeing that it's creating a groove on the quarters for me,
Yeah,
or
yeah. Have you seen where we do those notches right there? Let me go over here.
like you mean at the 2 inch from the dorsal center, you go left and right, and you basically trim it down a little bit more than the dorsal side. Is that what you're referring, or
Um, let's see here.
this is left? That's the left.
Okay, let me go back to this. Okay, see how that's wanting to crack out there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what it wants to do here, I'll draw on it just a second here, is is they'll crack out like this. See how the crack is right there?
Mm-hmm.
They'll crack out like that. And what that does is that allows them to lift this part of the foot back up like that.
Hmm.
Like like they do it on wild horses all the time. Okay, I'm gonna have
Maybe you
to.
should take that call, and then I don't
Yeah,
know. It
it's
seems
not gonna answer it. Let's see.
maybe we stop and then you
No,
talk,
we're
and then
okay.
okay.
I'm gonna just send her a message to that I can't take her call right now. Hold on here. Let's see. Let me go to messenger call. That thing is like irritating. Just a minute. Okay.
It seems there is an emergency. I mean, she's persistent, so
Let's see. Close. And I'll go over here a second. Well, hmm. Let's see. I'll write her a little note. Okay. Oh, I'll try and remember. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Quit calling me. She wants to join the meeting. Do you care if she joins?
no, it's fine by me. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Just a minute here. Um, oh my God, Jackie. Quit. You need to quit. Uh, okay. Not tell her it's not open. I don't want anybody else on here because I'm just talking to you, which I'd love to have her, but this isn't like a regular hoof chat. So and it's late and I got to really focus. So let's see here and see what happens now. You wind up on YouTube instead of being anonymous. Okay, just a minute here. Now I'm going to try and get back to you. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so what we do is what these horses do is they will break a notch out. Like you'll see it on all these self-trimming horses. They'll break a notch out right there. And what it does is it helps them start straightening up their heels. Like I've put notches in my horse a number of times, so have other people, and we've been seeing actually pretty amazing results. But I need to look at it. If that foot is cracking, it's because it wants to break out there. See when these feet crack and stuff like that, it's because there's something there that shouldn't be there to begin with, or the foot is in a position it shouldn't be. And so that piece of hoof wall is wanting to crack out so that the foot can move and pull stuff back into place.
Got it.
They do it in the wild all the time. Let's see here. Let me get rid of that drawing there. Okay, so I want to go back on your pictures and look at all of them so we can see, especially, yeah, like this
This is
picture here,
left.
left, yeah. Okay, like this the picture here. When I look at this, I what I see is that again, like what I was talking about, how the capsule is basically being pulled off the foot, from before when the heels were trimmed out. So you've got this all looks very stretched here. And so now something you got to be aware of is you have to learn the difference between reading this uh periopal skin here and what's actual heel, so that you don't accidentally have a 2 inch you could have a 2 inches from here to here and have in reality very little actual heel. So
Okay.
and maybe you're already knowing that part. I'm not sure. So if
It
I
was
wind Go
based on
ahead.
your videos, I think from the collateral groove, uh, can I annotate here? I don't know. Okay. Basically, from from here to here, if I recall, it was about a 1 inch. And then
Okay.
from here to here, it was about, this is slightly lighter than 1 inch, but it's about 1 inch and 1 inch. This is probably 3/4 of an inch versus
Okay.
1/4 of inch. That's what I recall from uh,
Okay.
from
Okay.
your anatomy video. But yeah,
So you're understanding that see
yeah,
a lot of times when they trim out this heel, this skin will stretch and take its place.
okay.
You
You're
know, so
saying
you
that
haven't
this could be a lot longer, basically, and that could be misleading.
yeah, what ultimately what'll happen is you'll see the periopal skin get more narrow and you'll get more heel to where this will
Okay,
only be not even quite an inch wide here, and the rest will be heel buttress.
okay.
Okay. So um now when you're seeing brown like
Mm-hmm.
this, it is because stuff is moving. And so if you trimmed some of this frog up, it might have weakened it enough so that the inner foot that is pulling on everything pulled it up a little bit, and you'll get this brown color like that because
So there's not a bruising. I thought that was a
no,
bit of a bruising. No,
no, it's not a bruising. It's that your frog corium somehow was able to move. And of course, that
nice.
means that it's pulling out. In a sense, it would be like bruising, but not because the foot hits something, but because everything that grows that frog, the frog corium, has been stretched and its skin, but it grows this capsule. And so, you know how you can pull on your skin and pull it down? Okay,
Hmm.
so this skin is being forced down and it really wants to pull back up. And so when you trim enough frog off, and there's enough pressure on the foot, more pressure on the foot to be able to pull back up into place than there is in the amount of frog that's holding it, if that makes sense.
All right.
Um,
So right now you're saying, if I understand you correctly, this move is what we want, or
yes,
no? Okay,
yeah,
so this frog is moving in this direction, and that reflects itself in discoloration.
mm-hmm,
And basically, the apex of frog also moves with it. So if it
yeah,
was here, now it's right now here, and this side
yep,
will be filled with the soil material as it gets
yeah,
older, basically. Yeah. And
yeah,
then I will have the convex shape, because the convex shape is very little, and then there is some concave shape here. But this region that being convex, if I'm not saying it in, if I'm not mixing concave and convex, I think this should be the convex part.
mm-hmm,
This is very little, like it's very narrow, and this concave part is also very narrow. It's not a lot, and you can also see my walls very thin. Actually,
yeah,
he was shot last year for 6 months, or maybe
mm-hmm,
little, maybe 8 months, and he was not holding well, like, because he doesn't have a lot of hold to start with.
mm,
He
okay,
did, I mean, he did hold it, but like beyond 4 weeks it was getting loose.
okay,
And yeah, he needed to replace the shot, basically, the
mm,
shoe.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So, and have you been practicing mapping and stuff then?
Yes, I think I sent you the mapping picture too. It should be
I
there,
thought
but
I saw it, yeah.
yeah, the
And
area I could not map is this area, because I thought that this is my apex of the frog, and from here to here I barely have 1.5 inch.
yeah,
From here to here I barely have 1.5 inch.
see what you'll find is you can like the apex of this frog, like you could probably trim all of this out ultimately,
Okay.
okay? Because what you'll find is during this whole process is you're going to see the apex of the frog move back, and then you're going to wind up growing sole where the apex was.
Okay.
And in fact, the whole sole will move because here, I want to put a picture up there just to remind us here of what we're dealing with, the real foot, which is underneath here. So hold on here a second. Let's see here. Pictures. Okay, share. Okay. So do you see that foot up there?
Yep.
Okay. So it's all just, even though it's different, little bit different colors and stuff like that, it's still one piece. Just like the skin on your own foot, or your hands or your arm or anything. It's part of the biggest organ of the horse, and it's just a continuation of the skin of the leg. And so this is all one piece, even though it grows different parts of the hoof capsule. And so since all of this back here is cartilage and fat, because your coffin bone just goes right about to here, since all of this is cartilage and fat, it can really be pushed out of shape. And so you see the apex right here? This can all just totally be shoved forward up here
Hmm.
on the foot. And so then as you're trimming stuff down and cleaning it up, then it, I mean, this is inside is all fat, the digital cushion. This is cartilage covered with skin. The heels are cartilage. And so you know how cartilage is. It has memory. It wants to go back into the place it's supposed to, just like pushing your nose over, you let go of your nose, it wants to snap back into place. So if we lighten up and trim the bars down and trim the frog down and really start cleaning all this up, it weakens the hoof capsule enough that the skin, which they call corium, can start pulling back to where it's supposed to be and then grow that hoof capsule from there. So you have a lot in that horse's feet. There's a lot of this. It's just been really pulled and crushed and shoved forward. But I'm going to tell you this really cool thing that happened to my husband. So he works as a hunting guide out here for this
Hmm.
lodge. And one of the owners came up and and he brought his son-in-law. His son-in-law is a, gosh, vascular surgeon. Okay. And he had never shot a gun before, let alone a deer, and they were deer hunting. Well, my husband took him out to help him learn how to shoot a gun. It was the first time he ever did it. And so, and he was pretty nervous and stuff, but Neil, he's good at helping people overcome that and learn that stuff. So at the same time, he was sharing about what he did, being a vascular surgeon. And he showed Neil pictures of people's toes that were black. And then how he explained to him stuff about the cells and the veins and stuff like that. And then he would show how you would think these people would lose their toes, right? Then he would show pictures of how the feet got healed completely. And he told them that, if I can remember exactly how he said it, he said the cells are still there. And as soon as you get blood to them, they they just what they do is they hibernate and they go dormant when they're covered up and not getting the blood they're supposed to get. He says, but as soon as you open that up and blood starts getting back to it, they come right back to life and restore. And I thought that was so neat because that's exactly what I've seen happen to my own horse's feet. Because all this here in the back of this foot, a lot of times is crushed and covered and bent and smothered and not growing the way it should be. But what I saw when I started really taking down the bars and the frog and everything was able to start moving back into place, I saw that foot come to life. And I saw parts of the sole grow that had been covered up and not growing for over 10 years, so
Got it.
that was really cool, you know. So there are parts in your horse's foot that are smothered and covered and probably have not grown real sole or anything for a long time. But what you're going to see is as this foot all unwraps and all of this stuff is able to pull itself back into place. And thing about it is on the hoof capsule too, as as the capsule moves and grows from different positions as the internal foot starts to move back, then it also helps the foot move back. And so you kind of go back and forth between you're going to really trim down certain areas of the foot to release that inner foot. It's going to move and then it's going to grow that capsule from a different location that is closer to what it's supposed to be. And then you'll do it again. You'll change the boundaries, you'll bring things back, you'll take things down, it'll release that foot. That foot will once again be able to move just a little more and grow the capsule from a better position. And so you just keep up this kind of give and grow, take and grow type scenario to where all of this anatomy can move back to where it's wanting to go, because it's not just the foot that wants to go there because of the what it's made out of, the cartilage and the fat inside and things like that. But the whole leg of the horse, the DDFT, the deep digital flexor tendon, and all the ligaments and everything else are pulling on that foot at the same time to want to go back into place. And so what you're going to have to, uh, uh, which I know you're already seeing and stuff, is learn to really take down some of these areas, like in the bars and the frog, while growing heel, and also learning how to shape your toe so that everything will start moving back into place. And so this is something you have to remember here is that you're moving this. See, what you're doing in your trimming is allowing all this to go back into place. And something I want you to look at here is I want you to look at the bottom of this foot, how clean it is. You know, um, there are no lumps, there are no bumps. Everything is smooth. Everything has a place. There's a place for everything and everything in its place, and stuff
Yep.
anatomically. And so the more you like kind of get this vision in your mind and then get some other pictures of feet that are cleaned up so that you can practice doing a clean trim. And also, I would suggest to you that you get a Proxon, if you can, get a Proxon long net angle grinder with the flap discs, because it's really important to be able to sand off this sole and clean it up, and also sand off where your bars are and the frog and stuff like that, because it really simulates even wear. And the thing about these tubules, everything here is tubule, like a hair. The frog is composed of tubules. Everything is tubules. And the thing is, I believe that these tubules are like fiber optics, that they send messages to the foot. And that when you can kind of just sand down that whole thing, not deeply necessarily, but like as if it was a day's wear out in the sand dunes or something, that it sends messages to that sole and frog and bars and wall, it says grow, grow. I'm being warned, better grow, because the more you can get the foot to grow, okay, the better you're going to be at having it grow and restore, because that's what we're doing. We're correctively trimming to get the foot to grow and restore itself.
Actually,
So,
I already have a hand angle grinder. It's not a known brand. I actually use it to smoothen the edges of the wall too. It's a 40 grit. I think I'm using 40 grit right now.
okay.
Yeah, I did not excessively the sanded the sole. I most often use it. I mean, I use it to clean it, but
Hmm.
don't remove a lot. But I can do more if you feel like it's not enough. I mean, I
Okay.
just didn't do too much. Also, the his sole is very hard. It's even if you try to pair it with knife, it's not easy actually. I mean, I don't, but
Hmm.
if you wanted to, it's not going to be easy because it's very hard. His
Yeah.
sole is. It's not thick. I don't think he has a thick sole because he doesn't have enough depth in his
Hmm.
the frog end of the frog. I think very shallow. You can see it from my picture. I believe that's one indicator that his sole is not thick. And because of that, especially around the P3, I don't touch it. I mean, I do, but when I do, it's very little. I most often I only touch like in these areas, definitely
Yeah.
this area. I did this area and then this area. And if anything's sticking out here, I slightly remove at the periphery, but I don't touch much here. I don't
Okay.
touch in this area. I mean, but if you feel like okay, you just sand it down, I can. I did
Yeah.
use sander here actually slightly here and here. Even
Okay.
here, this is sander. actually.
Okay.
I did use, but I did not use it like to make it perfectly clean, just slightly
Yeah.
here and there. But if you feel like I should clean it very, like a lot more, uh, I can. One thing I observe in the sole, I do get a black white color, and I thought that black might be some old bruising, but I'm not sure because I don't know that well.
I think that's
But
some of this, like this right here, that black
hmm
there. I
hmm
think that's pigmentation.
okay,
Now the frog here, okay,
hmm
that's dead frog
okay.
right there. When it turns black like that, like this here, see, so you need to get a knife and clean this up here.
Okay. I
Okay.
mean, one thing I'm observing, it's fairly easy to remove this side, but deep
Mm-hmm.
into it, I'm a little bit scared to damage something. That's why I'm not going aggressive.
It's
So it's
okay.
actually it's a bit dangerous because it's flapping. Right now, when I see that actually this part of this frog, actually
Mm-hmm.
it flaps. So it's like it wants to
Yeah,
get out, but I don't know how deep I can put my knife and not damage it. That's a bit of I'm partially scared of it. I opened
I
this
don't
part up
blame you.
quite a bit from where I started. Actually, this was closed and it was creating trash. I
Mm-hmm.
right now I don't have much for trash, but this one is prone to trash because it is a hiding spot and yeah it but I if I'll try to follow your advice. I'll try to remove a little bit more there to remove that all that black. So you're saying that this all of this black is dead frog. But when
Yes.
does the soul start in the color groove? Like at one point there's a soul and frog merges together, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, what you got here is I think your frog is just taking up the collateral groove because your collateral groove is right here where all that black. If it's flapping, take it off.
okay,
Yeah, anything that flaps, remove. And also, your apexes are never pointed. That is always overgrowth. So you can pretty much come up under that, and yeah, just be careful, and stuff like that. But the more you do it too, the more confident you'll get. And figuring out, what's what. And so just like uh, what you're gonna find when you take this out here, you're gonna find that your bars are much deeper than what you thought. Because what I see here is this is all frog overgrowth that has filled up the collateral groove here. And so you really do want to clean that out because your real frog, I'm pretty sure, let me see here. Where's the stupid annotate? There we go. Okay, your frog is, okay, so I do this. Okay, down here, all of this here is collateral groove. So you can pretty much take all that out. See, your frogs are not real wide usually, unless the frog has been pushed up and pushed around, but you could probably take this out here. Just do slow,
okay,
you know, and stuff, but usually when you see something like that, and especially if you said it's flapping, then it's definitely ready to come out. And that way that's gonna uh clear it up so you can really see your bar here better too.
okay,
So
got it.
now, yeah, this is pigmentation. This black
Another
here.
got it. Another thing that I observe here, if you look at this bar, it's making a slight indent and then coming like it's probably terminating here. But or maybe there I don't know if this is a slight extension too, but I need to look at the untrim one. But this doesn't do that. This bar is more straight. It just goes like this. It like this wall is more straight than this guy. On the other side, this left side make this indented this way. That's one difference I observe between this side and this side. I don't know if that is an indicator of anything.
I think I was on a different picture. No wonder you're probably looking at those blue lines I drew and going, what is that? I think I had a different picture up than what you had. You're talking about this,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at those blue lines going, what is she drawing there? See,
Well,
I had this other picture up. Just a minute, I'll show you. Let's see. Okay. I forgot to share it though. It was, well, that ain't it even either. Just a minute. What happened to it? Oh, just see here. Share. Well, I don't know. I must have done something with it. I lost it now. Well, I'll just go
Sure.
back
Okay,
here.
so basically the fundamental thing is that respect the anatomy, the mapping, and identify your apex basically by cleaning a little bit more there,
Hmm.
and remove anything flapping from the frog, clean it so that new growth comes in. And the only question I raised in this picture was if you look at the left side of this picture versus right, the
The
where how
bar.
the bar comes out, it makes a groove or a nudge into the collateral groove. On the other
Yeah.
side, on the right side, you don't see that, and I don't know what that means. It's just an observation that I'm making.
Well,
That shows
this
that.
this bar here, well, here, let me draw on it there. Okay, so just a second. First of all, I see that the heel is really hooked around here,
Yeah.
like so. And so this bar is really thick here and very deep. I can see the bottom of the collateral groove there now, right here, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one you said was flapping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the other side has it too, but I think the angle of the photo problem might be misleading. This
Okay.
is in here. This is flapping to right here, but this one
Mm-hmm.
is probably more flapping. This is more. This side is more.
Okay. Yeah, the more you can clean this up and out, the better, because then you'll see this bar wall here. And you'll
Okay.
be able to start mapping these bars and trimming them down. Like
Okay.
just a minute here. Um, let me get a different deal here. Okay, so once we find your true apex is going to be about here, ultimately. Okay, this is pretty much all going to be overgrowth right in here. And so if you were to map the bars, we are to come over to here. Ultimately, when all is said and done, okay, wow. Ultimately, see, because you got to realize this isn't your real bar anyway. Your real heels, if they were in the correct spot, would be clear back here. And so
Yeah.
your bar would also be clear back here. So you're gonna have to start really cleaning up this bar and taking it over down to here. See how this one's clear out here? Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna gradually peel off. Let's see here. Let me get another color. You're gonna gradually peel off all this bar here. See?
Yep.
Okay, and that includes this one too. All this, and it's gonna go clear down because it's going clear down into here. So that you'll have very little short bars, which you have to have because these are all first of all these curled in heels,
Hmm.
we're gonna have to uncurl them. See? And so as the bar will hold everything right there. Um,
Got it.
I've taken down the bars to nothing numerous times, and all it's done is help the heels release.
Got it.
Because it's all distorted and deformed, and then those.
Just a
Go
question
ahead.
that when you take it down, normally this is higher, right? There is a slope here. I mean,
Yeah.
do you curve it? Can you take
Yes.
it down? Because you
Yeah,
can't make a notch here, right? You just curve it, right?
right. And
Blend it.
yeah. And you're you see it's pushed forward and laying over on the sole here. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with the knife coming down the bar wall here, but you're gonna be lifting it off the sole. Lifting,
I see.
taking the wall and lifting it off the sole here and just kind of cleaning this up. I can show you some pictures of my horse.
Got it.
Um,
I think I got it. So basically, that means it's gonna be on an angle with where it's gonna also create a convex shape.
yes.
it's not gonna
Yeah,
be a flat.
yeah, absolute. It'll be convex because and it will be lower than this wall here.
Yeah.
See, instead
Looks
of right now, it looks fairly high and kind of level. Okay, so what this has done is this is pushed forward and growing too high and laying and pushing over on the sole.
okay.
And so once so like when you do this, okay, you're gonna work at taking off this apex and trimming up the sides of the frog here on both
Mm,
sides. And once you do that too, you're going to start seeing the bar wall down in there that you
okay.
really have. It's probably fairly deep once you really get in there, maybe and stuff. But yeah, it will be more concave. And you see how you have a bar wall that you see here? Ultimately, you're
Hmm.
going to see it about here instead. This is all distortion and overgrowth here.
Okay.
So, um, I would work on that for the
Okay. Got it.
next couple weeks, and
Hmm.
let's look at the toe and see what's going on. Now, I do see that you are concave right here, and then I do see some convexity here,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's good.
It's just shallow. Actually, I
Yeah.
mixed up the words. Uh, Again, this side is, you said, concave, right? So this is just shallow. It's not, when I say shallow, I mean like not wide enough. If you look at well-developed feet, they have really nice concave here and a very nice convex here. But in my case, both are very narrow. Both are
Okay.
very narrow. And like
Okay.
it's not well developed. It's very narrow channel for both sides. But there is definitely bump here, bumpy, and then it rolls down. And I make
Okay.
sure that the wall is lower than this part. So it's basically breaking over here very likely right now,
Okay.
and then not touching the hoof wall.
Ah, okay.
And I
Okay.
don't know if that was wrong, but I thought that that was the intention. You come all the way to the white line here, and then I avoided, and then this naturally becomes higher, actually, when you do that.
Where right here? Where's
Oh,
higher?
no, no, no. The here, I'm talking about the toe side. I'm talking about here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, in most of the places, actually here the wall is higher. Here is wall is higher.
Okay.
Here, here probably wall is higher slightly, but maybe hair. But here is wall is lower.
Okay.
Here wall is lower.
Yeah, and don't worry about any cracks because
Okay,
that like if this cracked out right here, it would even be if the whole thing just cracked out, it'd probably be a good thing because it'd
okay,
help
got it.
these heels. What if that is you had thinned down the bars and then it cracked here and just cracked out, your heels would probably stand up more.
Got it. Actually, I have a specific question to feet that I did not trim. Uh,
Okay.
like the if we can go to hind feet, if you
Okay.
don't mind, if you don't
No,
mind the
not at
hind.
all.
I do have a question about how it looks, because it should be an older picture than this to really go beyond.
Okay. Go
Go maybe
back.
scroll up. Yeah, scroll up, and I can tell you when we get to hind feet. think I sent you the hind feet too.
I think
So
that's a
this was the
hind foot.
mapping. No, no, no. This is
Nope,
no.
nope.
This is mapping. This, let's see. No, these are okay.
These are
Left front.
front.
Can you come down? Can you come? No, no. Can you come down? No, no, no.
Come,
You passed it. You passed it.
I did.
Yeah. These
These are
are
the
like
the hind
no.
left.
Yeah, yeah. Can you open the solar view for that one?
Okay.
Uh,
And see, we can see here he's walking on his bulbs.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is not this. The other. I think we need to go to the other direction.
Okay.
This was actually the front. Yeah, this is hind. This
Okay.
is hind. Um, my question is, if you go a little bit more,
Let's
can you
see.
open? Yeah, this solar view, right? This one.
Wow. You got a
So
lot of bar there.
yeah, they need to go. And
Yeah.
actually, it is trying to exfoliate, and this has a lot. The hind feet has a lot of growth as opposed to front feet. Probably natural too, because front is more loading too.
Mm-hmm.
My question with this one is, it's trying to, like, these are curling up. This sole here is curling up. Maybe that's what we want, because it's going to create this shape here, and then we're just going to do this probably. So we're going to have this shape and then this shape if I clean it properly. So this needs to go. That's clear to me. My question is this. So this frog is a frog question, actually. This frog, I need to choose a better color. I'm going to go red. So this frog was here, was like this.
Uh-huh.
And then this was flapping right here, and then I removed it. But
Good.
then
Yeah.
underneath of it, I see a big hole, like a fair amount of hole.
Yeah.
And should I assume that it's gonna fill it up eventually? Because it's this, and
Yeah,
then
it
other
will. It
other
will
problem
because
I see. Yeah, please go ahead.
well, when it lays over the sole, it's like grass. You know how when something lays on grass, it quits growing? Okay. So
Yeah,
the sole is the same. So the frog grows thick and eventually it gets thick and the tip of it lays over the sole. And if it lays over the sole long enough, the sole quits growing there. And so
I
then when you
see.
cut it back, eventually the sole will start growing. But see, now this would definitely be a foot you'd want to clean up real good. You know, see
Okay.
these bars need to, this much bar needs to come off of this.
Another problem I see, and I think these bars are the reason for it. This collateral groove is too shallow. It's filled with rubbery material, like, and then there is like, you see, this is too shallow, like almost no
Yeah,
opening. I guess I need to remove all of this too. That's
yeah,
my, like, it's like these things came pushed this way, and then this kind of filled the groove. It's all like, it's, I never, like, not my right foot is not like this, even the hind, but this left hind is like this. So I feel confident trimming here without an issue, trimming just the 45-degree angle, but I didn't want to get into the groove itself.
yeah.
But you're saying that it probably is okay to remove from the groove too, right? Because it got
Well,
filled with the frog a
well,
lot.
here it's what it is filled with is bar wall. That's another
Yeah,
reason why it's so narrow and shallow here, because this bar wall has shoved up here and taken up a whole bunch of this collateral groove in here. So mainly the problem is this big, huge chunk of bar that's
I
grown
see.
here and grown over the whole collateral groove and over half the sole. See, and look
Yeah,
at how thick this is your bar.
yeah,
This
I know.
is, you know, so once you get those way down, see like and okay, see how this thing curves around here, this
Yeah,
weird piece of so okay, once you get this all down to where nothing oh, yeah, you're gonna want to take this all this off. See
yeah.
this?
This
All of it.
is
And
curling too. Like, this side
yeah,
is curling like crazy.
yeah, and here's the thing too. Uh uh what was I gonna say? The sole
You're,
might be thin underneath because this has been laying over the sole for so long. See, so
Yeah.
it's going to take several weeks and peeling this off yeah, this has to come off the whole sole, this whole chunk here, you
Actually,
know?
the on November 1st, this was not there. So this grows quite fast and it
Oh,
grows
okay.
incorrectly too. So
Ah, okay.
this wasn't there on November 1st. So this is a 6 week growth. And
Wow.
then this
Yeah.
wall from this sole to here, this growth is
Uh-huh.
6 week too.
Huh.
But I started giving this extra feeds so that I can get more growth in the hoofs. That's on purpose. I'm
Oh,
giving
okay.
him like I don't know if they help. Because I wasn't paying this much attention to the hoofs before. So
Uh-huh.
therefore I can't say that's the reason, but I'm definitely giving these extra hoof supplements that people suggested and I reviewed and I ended up choosing this Farrier's formula.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah. That's
there's
good
this
stuff.
another one. I'm doing half and half between two products and trying to at least make sure that he has enough nutrition for the hoof growth. I don't know if they speed it up, but at least they exist. So
Okay.
yeah, but this is a 6 weeks growth. This wasn't there. I
Wow.
can send you later how
Okay.
it looks like 6 weeks ago. This was clean, but this hole was there. I probably
Hmm.
sometime in October I removed this, and then the hole came up. The thing that I don't like about the hole, it gets filled, and I'm like it's a home for bacteria and fungi, so
Yeah.
I need to keep cleaning it. So yeah.
Yeah, and just
So
cleaning up the whole sole be good for it too. You
okay,
know,
got it.
just the nice sanding, making everything look kind of clean, not taking it way down or anything like that, but just
Smoothen it
smoothing.
and remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll really help it a lot.
Okay, got it. And this fit is not trimmed yet nor mapped. But
Okay.
if my eye's not deceiving, this side looks longer actually.
Which, oh yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Like from here
Yeah,
to
just the
there.
collateral. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the lateral side. No, it's in, that might be inside. I need to go check.
this one's here.
Hold it's the left side.
It's not too much longer. It is a little
Actually,
bit.
this is lateral. This is lateral.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is outside. This is the
Okay.
outside. Yeah, this is the
Okay.
inside.
Oh, isn't that your foot?
So this is a hind feet. The way I lift him,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I put my knee behind his
I
fetlock,
see. All right.
and therefore
Confusing.
my knee is blocking him so that he can't pull on the
Okay.
leg. So
Okay.
this is still the inside, but this is behind. I'm behind the horse right now, and
Okay.
therefore this feet coming this way is just to block so that he can't remove this. He doesn't stand still. He doesn't. I mean, he actually enjoys. So the funny thing is that when I, especially the hind feet, when I lift it
Mm-hmm.
up or when I trim it, he enjoys it quite
That's
a bit.
great. Good.
But he's impatient, so he wants to go, stand on right away,
Yeah.
maybe. So, but he doesn't go crazy. He likes it. I know that there are a few signs that it's very clear. They can
Good.
chew, calming. Sometimes even actually, if I remove front two toes, like from
Mm-hmm.
a, he just I thought he was gonna sleep. Like he
Aw.
likes it that much. It's
Yeah.
very calming. I can see it. And it also tells me he has a lot of pain. Like it
Mm-hmm.
feels like I'm removing some. I'm giving him some relief.
Yeah,
Uh,
'cause you probably
and
are. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just doing not too much. I'm not going too aggressive because I'm a beginner. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to take baby steps.
Yeah.
But the more I get confident, the more I learn these stuff like this anatomy and how to apply it. I
Mm-hmm.
think I'll do a better job. But
Oh,
right now
yeah.
it's clear. It's clear. So this needs to go. And yeah, it's obvious it needs to go because it like if I were to do a mapping, probably my mapping will suggest that let's say if this was the apex and then anything to the side needs to go away anyways. And then I need to measure the heel, make sure that it's at a 2 inch, and then make sure that this side and this like this is not extended. That's another point you made today. I'll double check that the peripheral skin is not extended.
Okay.
I'll map and send you. But this one I'll work on, and then I hope I don't need to use a nipper because I don't have a nipper because these walls are grown quite a bit. But I'll try my best not to use a
You'll
nipper.
probably be all right with the rasp. I took off a whole bunch.
Yeah, I
Um,
just need to work harder. It's fine. I don't think so.
yeah, and it
The
looks like you
right,
got a lot of moisture there.
yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's this barn. He's in a barn, and they don't use anything. It's just nothing. It's just as a one side is concrete, other side is
Mud.
the just no,
Yeah.
actually rubber mats.
Rubber? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but there is no material, like there is no wood pallets, nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Uh, s- also, I wash his feet. So
Oh, good.
this is wet because
Okay.
I wash it. Otherwise, the
Good.
picture would be impossible. Like I
Impossible to tell what's what.
and before trim, I try to use soaking boots and some Epsom salts so that I soften it a little bit because his hooves are too hard,
Okay, good.
especially the front. The right, the hind is not that his sole is not that tough,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll still likely soak it
Okay.
before I trim it. But I
Okay.
think I do have a good feedback. Thanks a lot. Yeah, the other frog I don't have a picture, but other hind,
Mm-hmm.
right hind. He was lame lunging to left. It was very
Okay.
obvious, and we couldn't figure out what's what for the life of me. And eventually, I find like as I was cleaning the hind feet, I find something here touching my uh, the tool, the cleaning tool, and it was stone. And then when I dig it, it was a big stone buried into
Oh,
his
wow.
frog.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
to make matters worse, it created a trash. So in the right time, most of the frog is gone. It just rotted away. It's just
Wow.
rebuilding it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is completely gone here. And then yeah, I'll send you a picture of that. It's
Yeah,
just I
do.
don't have a yeah, it is but after removing that stone, his
Mm-hmm.
lunging to left improved quite a bit.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
like
Yeah.
he doesn't have like same lameness signs that he had lunging
Yeah.
left. Yeah,
I bet.
yeah. But that stone was very like hiding. Like it was
Yeah.
hard to find.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
good for you. You found it.
yeah. Just
That you should
we
have felt
attend
good
to him.
about that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. It was a sneaky. It was a very
saved a
sneaky.
vet bill.
We actually know we had him seen by vet for lameness, but they couldn't find anything obvious. Like his lameness was very subtle, not like
Uh-huh.
nothing really obvious. But this lunging to left started later,
Uh-huh.
and we were yeah, you're right. Actually, we were gonna call the vet again, but just figuring out that it was a stone, it just saved the day. And it's funny enough he wasn't showing lameness if you free lunge him, like in a run pen, just free lunge him without a rope. But if
Uh-huh.
you use a short rope, it was more obvious.
Ah.
I don't know why. Like when you have a short, like maybe 12, 14 feet rope attached to him and try to
Uh-huh.
lunge with it, he was
Uh-huh.
showing it more, he was showing it more clearly. But when
Mm.
he's free lunging, his lameness, I think you need a better eye to see it. It wasn't very obvious. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we caught it. That's how we missed it too. Because when people lunge, they were free lunging him or using a long rope, and with the
Mm-hmm.
long rope, he doesn't show. But with a shorter
The
rope,
shorter rope.
which
Yeah.
he did show it, probably different pressure or different muscle, like his muscles probably working differently. And
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But thanks a
great.
lot. This bar information and especially this hole that got me worried. It
Mm-hmm. I don't
was
blame
my
you.
main question.
Yeah. And sometimes it takes a lot, it takes a while for all this to really straighten up and grow back. But that's what it is that the apex just laid on the sole there for so long, and then everything, the whole sole a lot of times will move too. So
Got
the
it. I
internal
mean,
sole.
I don't expect this to change overnight, right? This is
No,
gonna
I know.
you're regrowing the whole feet, so it probably takes 12 months, even more, to get
Yeah,
into a proper position.
yeah,
But as long as it moves in the right direction, I think it's nice. So
yeah. And just, if you can just get so you can just keep, I would definitely keep on these bars. If they're coming back that much, then um yeah, I would definitely work on that and
okay,
stuff
got
on
it.
all these feet, bars and frogs. And then I've got some videos too, also on doing the toes, you know. Um,
I think I watched them unless you have new ones. Like I think I went through all of your videos in the YouTube.
okay,
I finished them all.
okay.
There is a trim demo 1A and 1B. I've gone through that. I've gone through the anatomy videos. I think I mean I probably need to repeat to get the fine details again. But as I told you, my main point was I did not see enough distance from the apex to the wall to put a 1.5 inch
Yeah,
mark. That was
yeah,
a challenge, and because of that, I only lowered the wall to the periphery of the, like I just lowered to this point basically, and then I
yeah,
made a bevel from there on.
yeah. That's perfect. That's a perfect thing to do,
Okay, yeah,
you know, because it's just that the frog is stretched forward is the only reason,
got it, got
you
it.
know. No, yeah, that's good. Sounds like you got a good plan going
Thanks a
and
lot. I think
stuff.
I really got a good feedback, and I'll send you after trim how the hind feet looks because I could
Yeah.
not get to it. I'm hoping I'll get to the end of the week before the rain starts because rain is gonna start. I just don't wanna, and I don't have a dry place to trim them. I have to trim them in an open area.
Oh,
So
yeah, okay.
yeah, I mean he won't mind the rain. I will be the one getting soaked. So
Yeah, well, you can't use electric grinder in the rain, no.
yeah, that will shock me too.
That
So
might be bad.
yeah, both parts actually. Yeah, I
Well,
think
okay,
this was awesome.
I'll look forward to seeing how he comes along and stuff. And did you send me a picture of the whole horse here somewhere?
Early on, I need to see. I think I sent it early on, not
Let's
recently.
see. I'm looking here.
I can resend very quickly, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see the
Just
whole horse.
I actually on that too. I have a questions. How do you read it? How do you know he's? He told me he's in a lot of pain, and I just don't know how to. I mean, I'm only looking at how his feet is standing on with respect to his body, but
They're in their
just
eyes a lot of times. You can see it.
okay. Well, he does have an anxiety problem. That's so. Just hold on a minute. I'll
Yeah. Well, that creates anxiety because they're got inflammation all the time. They may
try.
not have be limping or nothing like that, but the constant inflammation is bothering, you
I
know.
don't have a good picture here. Why is it there? Just a minute.
Ah, I found one. Here he is.
Yep, that's
Okay.
him.
Okay, so just see his overall face and then
Face is in
ha-
pain. The face is telling you he's in pain.
yeah, yeah, they look
Wow.
totally different when they're not. They have a totally different look on their face.
Let's see if I can get you a different picture. Just to be okay.
See, he's got a very distressed look on
Maybe
his
that day.
face.
That's not his regular look, actually. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
send you. Let's see if I can do this one.
And just his body looks tense.
Okay, that's a different story. So I can't read his body, but his face there, yeah, that's
Hmm.
not his normal face.
Okay.
Uh, so
You would know. You have to look at that face every day.
Yeah, so I mean, he does have his moments. So because uh, he has a history of I think trauma, but
Yeah.
and not with us. We got him a year ago. So I sent you a new picture just right now.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, and just letting his feet grow, uh, and letting his heels grow, that's gonna help him as well.
Yeah, his dorsal angle is like 42 right now for the right foot, and probably
See now,
45,
he's
46.
got a better looking face there,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So I
you know.
don't think face. I don't know what was the problem there with the pictures. Maybe a bad
But
day.
but here's the deal, regardless, he's got inflammation at his feet.
How do you
You
know
know,
that? Like what tells you that
I
from?
can see it because I know what's anatomically correct, and I know if you have a piece of your anatomy that's not in the right spot, you're not going to be comfortable, right?
Yes.
And
So
and
I
so
was trying
and
to see if you see something with the muscles that's giving you the sign, the tell.
well, absolutely, I just know because of the feet, period.
Okay.
Because their feet were meant to be one way is anatomically correct. And anything other than that, you can see inflammation in the feet. You can see, just the bars being out of place, pressing on the sole, um, the back of the foot being pulled down and under. And then that capsule is going to be creating pressure points and just constant pulling, constant inflammation. Um, their body is not going to work right. Um, uh, all their everything in their body has to try and adapt and what's the word I'm looking for? Make up for what their feet can't do. You know, so there's strain on their tendons. Um, there's strain going all the way up into their back and into their body, all because of the feet, because those feet are made to work one way and one way only. And so all that distortion and stuff like that, you've got it pulling and prodding and pulling the foot into a shape it was never meant to be in
And
and
you're
stuff.
saying that because of the foot is distorted, body is compensating for it in a way that it is also discomfortable for him, basically.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Compensating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens with humans too, right? You have a weak muscle,
Yep.
your body goes one way, and then you start to get a lower back pain in left side because you
Yep.
compensate or yeah, something similar. Similar.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like I had plantar, I can never say the last word, plantar fasciitis or however it's pronounced. It's where,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. And then I had a bull knock me in the knee and dislocate my
Ouch.
knee, so I have a bad knee, And when all that stuff starts going out, yeah, it goes right up into your hips and into your back and then
Yeah.
and just the inflammation, you know, getting like any kind of inflammation. It's almost like, how when you take a metal rod and you heat it up and you might just be holding it in the tip of the fire, but you'll see that get red and then it'll travel up that rod and make the other end hot, right?
Yeah.
I swear, I think that happens in our bodies too. We get inflammation in one spot, and if it's there long enough, it just travels right on up, So,
Everything is connected basically,
yeah,
and similar in the horses too. Anything
yeah,
happens in the feet is gonna
absolutely.
translate to other parts of the body.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
absolutely. Now my horse started cribbing and colicking because of his feet, because of the pain in his feet. And other horses get hard to handle. Horses that were easy to trim get so they don't want the person trimming them anymore. They get hard to handle for farriers and stuff like that. You'll see that every
Yeah.
once in a while. Um, I mean, because they're not stupid, you know. I mean, they finally figure it out. Well, every time the farrier comes, my feet are sore, you know.
Actually,
So,
he was very difficult to shod.
really.
I've not been there present, but the other owner, he was there and he said that the farriers had very much of a challenge with him. And actually he never got shot in his hind because he had a history of pulling shoes from the hind by basically he was stepping on them.
Hmm.
Like
Yep.
somehow his hind feet is lagging, or he's stepping with the front. He basically loses them in a way that it hurts him actually. And
Mm-hmm.
because of that, we were suggested by the previous owner that don't shut in the hind. The front is okay, but even front, because he has a thin walls, uh, it doesn't hold well.
Yeah.
And he was not standing well for farriers. And last May, because we had some lameness issues with him, the trainer that we were working with suggested that we should get an X-ray. We did that. The only thing the X-ray showed, his right feet has an MPA. I don't think it's a
Mm-hmm.
big one. And then after that, I think the suggestion was put a wedge. Guess what that does? Put a wedge and then pull toes back. Basically, wedge is giving the heel for him,
Yeah.
which is missing, and then pulling the toes is basically adjusting the center of rotation, and then his P3 is adjusting to proper angle.
Mm-hmm.
But come summer, we moved location, and the new farrier suggested that we should try barefoot. We started with the new farrier, but problem my so in general with farriers that the communication. I like to learn, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really getting a lot from farriers. Also, scheduling is a really big hassle.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna learn, and
Good for
last three
you.
4 months I'm soaking myself with the information and doing stuff in a baby steps. I'm not doing anything
You
aggressive.
bet.
Yeah.
And that's better for him too, because I'm just gonna tell you, it doesn't hurt for him to go without being trimmed because every time they got trimmed, they were trimmed wrong, and their
Yep.
feet just get worse and worse and worse, you know. I quit trimming my horse. See, I became worse. Here, I'll show you. I don't know. Let me show you this deal here that I made up this second. Uh, let's see. I hope I can find it. We'll see here.
Think it
Just a
might be
minute.
late there. I took too much of your time.
Oh no, I'm fine. Let's see here if I can find. Oh, here we go. I was gonna. Okay, see, yeah. Okay, so we used to get comic books when I was a kid, and there were these ads for stuff you could buy in the back of them, and one of them were X-ray glasses. You know, I seriously doubt if they worked. Okay, but so I found an ad like the ones that used to be in the comic book, and I made a meme out of it. Let me show you here. Just so it says spectacular X-ray specs. Horse owners, tired of paying out the yang to have your horse's feet trimmed or attend expensive clinics to learn to trim them yourself only to do a worse job? That was me. X-ray specs are the answer to your prayers.
Yeah,
So,
this.
so in a sense, we're developing an X-ray vision, you know?
Yeah, we're trying to read it. And also another thing that teller is that the horse behavior when you trim.
Yes.
He became very easy to work with the more I work with him. Sometimes,
Yeah.
okay, recently we had an issue. I was also keeping him on boots to give him some wedge. I do have a boots with wedge.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I used the wrong size and he got a nasty bruising. Because of that,
Okay.
I took them off again.
Yeah.
So and then because his heel was right above the bulb on the
Mm-hmm.
hairline, he was bruised, and because of that, he's a little bit in pain on the left side. Right side is not that much, but I think that went away, and that kind of sometimes makes it difficult, but it still gives, you know.
Yeah.
And then his demeanor after the trim is very nice. He's lick and chew. His
Yeah.
head is down. Yeah, he's just impatient. That much I know. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I think I see all plus signs. And his
Good.
lunging improved too. I mean, we don't do a lot of work. We just do maybe 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes,
Yeah.
kind of lunging. And then he's willing, sometimes not. I think with the crack actually on the right feet, I don't know if he had a pain or anything, but he was a little bit hesitant to lunge to the right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's improved with the last
Good.
trim. He's willing. He's not. He doesn't
Yeah.
have any issue. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, you
All moving in the right direction.
yeah. Yeah, well, you are, and I commend you for doing it. You
Thanks a
know,
lot.
it's a big
Thanks a lot for your time.
undertaking. The
Yep,
just the
and
learning, you know, and
both
stuff.
physically and mentally.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Hoof and hand is a whole different thing. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and it's physically exacting,
yep,
you know,
yep,
for
yep.
sure and stuff. Well, awesome. Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing I want to see it trim out the bars and the back feet especially.
Okay,
You got a
I'll
lot
send you
to
the
do there.
yeah, I'll send you
You
the cleanup.
yeah, you can I don't know how now you know if you use you probably know this already, so I'm not trying to be patronizing here, but if you use grinder on them back feet, make sure you tie his tail up.
Oh, because it can get
Oh,
entangled.
yep. Yeah, and it's a wreck.
The grinder I have is very small actually. Like it's
Uh-huh.
not those big powerful ones, and it's operating
Okay.
on batteries. I'm not pulling any cord or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
It's on a battery. So, but I'll keep an eye, and I
Okay.
don't have those discs. I mean, I have sandpaper actually. It's a grid 40.
The okay.
So so that's what I use so far, but I'll
Okay.
definitely keep an eye. I'll
Okay.
definitely keep an eye.
Yeah, I've had that happen once or twice before I learned.
Yeah, my difficulty actually, I need to operate with two people. Keeping his hind feet stable takes a lot of strength on me. He's not
Yeah.
patient, so I need to block him with my knee.
Okay.
So when I block him with my knee, then I need to work at the same time. It's not easy. So it's
Yeah.
a for me it's a two people job. One person needs to keep the feet stable
Yep.
while the other one does the work. So yeah, but
Yeah,
I think it should be fine.
if he would let you if you had that grinder, you could take most of that bar off with the grinder. Or at
Got it.
least get the top of it off to soften it up,
Got it. I
you
think
know.
it's soft enough, and I actually started on it. I did not finish it. It's soft enough that with
Okay.
the knife I was able to take it out fairly fast, but it was a single person operation. I said I'm not going to break my back here,
Yeah,
so
no
I'm
kidding.
waiting for my other owner to join me to clean it up. So should
Okay.
be done this weekend.
Okay.
I can have some photos next week.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot. It's really appreciated. It's very late there. I don't want
Hey,
to take any more of your time.
hey, well, thank you. And I'll looking forward to seeing your pictures.
Okay, we'll send you
Okay,
front
dear.
feet collateral groove cleanup, and then hind feet full cleanup.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, and this is be on YouTube so you can watch it again.
Okay, appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, dear. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.